Hello there, and here we are back for the second part of the custom rig panel tutorial. And this is basically where we left from the previous one. So here we have the skeleton for the rig panel, and if you didn't watch it, if you didn't watch the first video, take a look at that. We have the link down in the description. So before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go. So in this one we are going to start actually drawing things on the window, and we are going to start with the first class that we have up here, which is going to be the bone collections. To do that, first we are gonna need some references to the object with the data that we need, and in this draw method we are going to delete this plus, and we are going to add a reference to the armature. So we have here armature that is going to get the armature right here. So we can click, when you click and drag it, you are going to get this bpy.data.objects drex. But since we could change the name of the armature later, let's use this variable up here instead of this string. So let's change the name to armature name, and there we go. This way we have a reference for the armature. So another thing that we are gonna need is collections. We are gonna need the collections, so let me change it here. So we need to take a look at these collections so we are able to change the visibility of these guys. So as you can see, if you hover over the visibility icon, you're gonna see there is some Python there, and well, if you're not seeing it, you're gonna need to come here to the edit, preferences, and then come to interface, and then toggle these Python tooltips on. Okay, so with that we can see that we need to take a look at the collections all from the armature, from the root. Well, the collection is root, and the property that we are looking here is visible. So that's basically what we are going to do here. First of all, let's create a variable here that's going to be the collections. So let's write it collections, and this is basically going to be what is written here. So it's we're gonna get it from the armature object. Now we have up here, so armature dot data dot collections. Oh, that's it. So now what we need to do is to actually add the layout. To draw something, we need to get access to the drawing elements, and the place where we get it from is this layout. So I'm gonna add here a layout that is going to be self.layout. So this is already a class variable called layout, and that we get it from this bpy types panel. Okay, now that we have that, we have access to the drawing elements. So the first thing that we are gonna do is get a row, because we can separate the things in layouts like rows, columns, grids and stuff like that, but we want it to be just like the panel that we saw in the first video. So for that we are simply going to use rows and columns. First of all, let's check out the rows, and this one we are going to try adding the root and also the head to the rows. If we are going to create a row, then what we need to write is row, and this row is going to get some values from layout, dot row. So basically this here is going to create a new row for us in this bone collections panel here. And now what we need to do is to draw something inside of this row. And for that we are going to use row dot prop, because we are going to draw a property, which is this guy. We open the parentheses, and from this row we are going to get the collections. Collection. Well, let me change this up here. This is collections, and this one is also gonna be collections. And from these collections we want to get the collection root. So we open the square brackets and add a string with the name of the collection that we want, which in this case is going to be root. Okay, so now from this collection, what property are we looking for? If we take a look here again, we are looking for the property is visible. So we're going to write it down. So it's visible. And now we are going to write what we want it to do. So we want it to toggle. And for it to toggle, we need to make it toggle equal to true. And last, we need to add a text for this property. So I'm gonna write here text, and this is going to be root. Just like that. Okay, and as you can see, this is basically what we need to do to draw a property on the panel. So we need somewhere to put the button, which is this prop here, and actually set up the property that we want to show. So again, let's write down here another one, but this time we are going to put it like row dot prop, because we are going to add the root and the head. So there we go, collections, and this time it's going to be the head. Yep, head is visible, toggle is equal to true, and text is going to be head, like that. Okay, so now let's check it out. What we need to do to check it out is just to press this play button, and then we should have something up here. And as you can see, we have the root and the head, and if we click it, we got rid of the visibility of the root bone. And the same thing we can do with the head. There we go. Okay, that's good and all, but we are putting everything on a single row. And if we keep doing that, let's just duplicate these guys here a couple of times, and we're gonna see that this is going to become a problem. So, whoops. If I run it, everything is gonna be kept in the same row. What we could do though is, let me Ctrl Z it, we could just repeat this row equal layout dot row, and then we could repeat it again, and then we create another row. But then we have this separation here, and in the finished panel that we saw in the first video, we didn't have this separation. And to do that, we are actually going to use columns as well. And well, basically what we are gonna do is we are going to get these guys here and delete them, and we are going to create a new thing here, which is a column, but this column is going to be inside the row that we created up here. So we are gonna get it from that row. So row dot call and close, open, close parentheses, And now we are gonna get this one here to call and this one here to call as well. And let's run and see what happens. Well, it didn't work. That's basically because I wrote it wrong. This is column, so column like this. And then let's run it. There we go. So now we have everything in a single column inside this row. But as you can see, we still have that separation, and to make that separation go away, we are going to add a little modifier inside of this column, which is we're going to put it as a line, and we're gonna set it to true. And when we do that, we can press the play button, and as you can see, now they are all packed together like that. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we not only have the root and the head, we also have the body and the tail. So let's make it. I'm gonna control D and D again, and we simply need to change this here to be the body and this one here to be the tail, and then we can change the text to body and this one tail. And let's check. Press the play button and there we go. So here, root off, head off, body off, and tail off. Okay, so we got all these guys working just fine. Let me open it up, control space to focus on the screen where your mouse is. So there we go. That's pretty nice. Now what we are gonna do is we are going to make a separation for the limbs, and for that we are gonna use labels. And again, since we want it to be in a different row, let's say, we are gonna create a new row. So row again is gonna be layout dot row, and there we go. This way we have a little bit of a separation now. And then now we're gonna add something to describe what we are gonna do. And in this case, we are going to make the FK collections for both the arms and the legs. So let's add a label for FK collections, and this is basically going to be row.label like that. And we are going to put here, if I'm not mistaken, text, and place the label that we want, which is FK collections, and colon like that, and press the play button, and there we go. We have our label. And since we are also going to make the IK collections, let's create it as well. So this one is gonna be another row, so let's create it. Row layout, no, row and row label text equal IK collections. Okay, let's play, and there we go. All right, so now inside these two new things that we added, we are going to create now the FK collections, and then after that we're gonna create down here the IK collections toggle. So we're gonna do something similar as what we did in the one up there, but this time, instead of aligning to a column, we are going to align the row. So we're gonna make it like this: row equal layout dot row, and this one we're going to align true, and then here we're going to create a property. We are going to draw a property, which is basically, let's get rid of that one. Let's just copy this one, put it down here, and change it from call to row. And then here we are going to put the arms first. So let's go with the arms first. Since we are dealing with FK, let's check the name. This one is going to be the FK arm.l. So let's change the name. So FK arm.l. And here, let's put the text to be left arm, like that. And then we can Control D to duplicate. And then we can put it .r for the right arm, and this one is going to be the right arm. And if we play it, there we go. So we have these two packed together, but this time in the same row. Now let's create a new row that's also going to be aligned. So layout, not row, align equal true. And then we can simply copy these two. So let's copy it from here, just put it there, and we can change these guys to leg, because that's how they are named down here. And then we can simply change these to leg as well. And when we play it, there we go. So we have the left arm and the right arm, the left leg and the right leg. And they are separated by these FK collections. Now we are gonna do something similar but with the IK one. So as you can guess, we are simply going to copy these and paste them down here. Let's remove a couple of unneeded lines. And we're gonna change these from FK to IK, and the rest is gonna be just fine. So IK, there we go, and play. Alright, so that's basically it. Now we just need to test it out and see if it works. So let me focus in this screen right here. So with the mouse over the 3D view, I'm gonna press Control Space, and there we go. Then we have the root working, the head, the body, the tail, and now let me turn off the visibility of the left and right arm FK. So we may not see it clearly, but when we turn off here the IK collections for the left and right arm, now we can see that it's gone. And the same thing for the left and right leg IK. So it's gone. And just to be sure, let's see, left and right arm. Yep, they are there. Let me get rid of them. And this one, they are there. As we can see, these are the pole targets, and this is the IK target. And when we go to this one, we don't have those, so we are good. It looks like it's working just fine. And now let's check out for the leg, the same thing. So here we have the FK one. Yeah, okay, it doesn't move because we have the IK-FK switch. We're gonna work on this in the next video, but as we could see, those are there. And this one, as we can see, now we have the pole target. Okay, cool. Moving the legs, and yeah, there we go. So this way we completed the collections, and so the bone collections panel. And that's basically where we're gonna leave for this video. In the next one, we're gonna start working on the IK-FK panel and also the isolate rotation panel. So if you go all the way here and you have some questions, let me know down the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.